taking nice long smooth breath in through the nose and a nice long smooth breath out through the nose. So really taking that time to arrive, to land into your practice, into this moment, into your thoughts. And give yourself a chance to really draw yourself into this present moment. Allowing your practice to be a really beautiful peace offering for all of these layers that we have that make us who we are. So we have this physical body that we attend to in our practice, but we also have our energetic body, our breath body, our mind body, and our bliss body. And when we manage all 5 layers of who we are, we kind of line everything up and it all kind of clicks into place. A little jigsaw puzzle, little grooves. And that's when we find balance. But we have to attend to all of these parts of ourselves. So we want to keep the body fit and healthy. We want to keep our minds healthy, stable, steady, present. And really the breath is the magic go between those various layers. So we'll take a nice long smooth breath in through the nose. And then exhale, nice long smooth breath out through the nose. Inhaling, nice deep breath in. And exhaling, nice long smooth breath out. No rush, no hurry. Inhaling, nice deep breath in. And exhaling, nice long smooth steady breath out. So as the breath gets a little bit longer, take a nice deep breath in, allow the belly to lift up towards the sky, really filling the lungs completely. And then as you exhale, we're going to start to squeeze the breath out and draw the belly back towards the spine, and you're going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze that breath out of the body. Taking your time. Inhaling, nice deep breath in, feeling that lift, that expansion, that openness, that sense of positivity being drawn into the body. And then as you exhale, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing the breath out, drawing the belly back towards the spine, so there's that effort there. And then as we inhale, we draw the breath back in again and allow the belly to lift up towards the sky, really drawing in that breath, filling the lungs. And then as you exhale, squeezing the breath out, squeezing, 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 drawing the belly back towards the spine. And just noticing how long that feels now for you. One more like that. Inhaling. Taking your time. And then exhaling. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing the breath out. Squeezing, squeezing. Nice. And then allow your breath to come back to its own natural rhythm. Where we allow ourselves to be breathed. And then straightening your legs out straight along the mat. Lifting your arms up over your head. Pressing out through the palms, out through the heels. Nice stretch for the body. You might find you yawn, that's fine. Just let it out. And then let's walk our feet to the left. Take hold of the right wrist and create a nice side stretch down through the right side of the body. It doesn't need to be too much. Just a little awakening down that right side into the right hip. And then as you inhale, come back to the center, walking your feet to the right, taking hold of the left wrist, and that left arm comes up and over the top of your head. And a nice length through the left side of the body. Lovely. Inhaling, coming back to the center, drawing your knees in towards your chest, giving your knees a nice big hug, making circles with your knees around. Make 3 circles, one small, a little bit bigger on the second one, and even bigger on the third one. Coming back to the center and going the same idea, 3 circles the other direction. Massaging the lower back, around the hips. Nice. And then coming back to the center, taking the soles of the feet to the earth, pressing down through the feet, lifting the hips, and now a little movement of your hips from side to side. It doesn't need to be high up. Some of you might like to come into full bridge pose. Otherwise, just nice and easeful, moving side to side, exploring. Being mindful, maybe noticing how it feels through the shoulders, through and around your neck. Getting creative, creating your own movement that feels just right for you. And then allow yourself to come back to the center, lowering your spine and your hips down to the earth. Let's draw the right knee in towards the chest, reaching the left leg straight along the mat, pressing out through the heels. Strong through the arms, a little pull, a little nudge of your chin in towards your chest. And then as you inhale, left knee comes in, exhale, reaches the right leg away. Nice, again, we're quite strong in the arms. Inhaling, right knee comes in, taking your knees nice and wide, pressing down on the inside of the knees, so a nice stretch for the inside of the legs, and then turning your feet around, moving the toes, waking up your ankles. You might like to move your head. Lovely. And then drawing your knees together again. Let's take the soles of the feet to the floor. Press down through the feet, lifting the hips. You might little scooch up onto your shoulders this time, interlinking your fingers. Maybe that's the option for you. Maybe you stay nice and low. That's the beauty of our practice, is we make it right for us. We're all on this lovely path of yoga, connecting our mind, our body, and our breath. Lovely. Releasing your spine back down, hips back down to the earth, broadening your shoulders out from underneath you. Draw your right knee in, reach the left leg straight along the mat, and we're going to come into a twist. So taking that knee over to the left. Left hand guides the knee. Right arm reaches away, coming into a nice twist, not too much, just the right amount so you can still breathe. Lovely. As you inhale, nice and slowly making your way back up. Now, a slight change. We're going to take the left foot to the floor, right ankle across the top of the left knee, coming in to thread the needle. Right knee presses away, so we kind of press the right knee away, and then draw the left knee in, right hand through the gap. Now, it might be that your hands come behind your knee. It might be that they come around the outside of the shin bone, but try and flex this right foot. So try not to let it just drop. We're just flexing that right foot. Gets a little juicy into the right hip. Nice long spine, chin in towards the chest again. Lovely. And then releasing, unraveling your legs, taking the right leg straight out along the mat, left knee comes in towards you, nice and tight. And then we're going to create our twist. So right hand to the outside of the knee, knee comes towards the earth, left arm reaches away, turning to look over your left arm. So again, find that sense of effort and ease in equal measure. Sthira Sukham. There's always a little bit of effort, there's always a little bit of ease somewhere. Lovely. And then as you inhale, slowly making your way back up, right knee bends, right foot onto the floor, left foot on top of that right knee. And then we press that left knee away just for a little extra space into the left hip. Draw the right knee in, and again, your hands might come behind your right knee, tucked in the inside, or maybe on the outside. That left foot is flexed, the spine is long, and the breath is even. Nice. And releasing nice and slowly, unraveling your legs. We're going to come into happy baby pose. So both knees in towards the chest, knees nice and wide, arms to the inside of the legs, hands to the outside of your feet. And then just exploring now how it feels to perhaps lift the lower legs so the soles of the feet are as if they're standing on the ceiling. You might like to sway from side to side. This is quite a strong stretch for the back of the body. So if that isn't possible, just hold on to the backs of your knees, doing the best you can. Nice. And then let's release the legs. Bring the knees together, hands behind our knees. As we inhale, we're going to rock up, and as we exhale, we're going to rock back. So it's nice and slow, no rush. Massaging the whole spine and just noticing how it feels for your shoulders, for your neck. It might be that it's too much for your neck, so please don't do too much. You might find that you come up onto your shoulders like a little tipping point there and hang out. Lovely. A few more like that. Nice. One more. Inhaling and exhaling, coming all the way up and over onto your hands and onto your knees. And let's do a little shoulder warm up here. So I'll come into the middle. We sit on our heels if you can. And then rounding the shoulders up and back and down a few times. Lovely. Moving your head a little from side to side, making circles maybe. And then as we inhale, we're going to lift the arms up and out to the side, interlinking our fingers at the top, pressing out through the palms, and then a little lean up and over to your right. Inhaling, coming back up, exhaling, leaning up and over to your left. Inhaling, coming back up, taking your arms behind you, interlinking your fingers Squeezing the shoulder blades together, lifting the collarbones. Nice. And then release, taking your arms in front, rounding your back, chin in towards your chest. Like somebody's pulling your arms away from you. I'm going to turn around so you can see that. Rounding, strong through the arms. That's it. And then release. And let's take our hands onto the earth underneath our shoulders, knees underneath the hips, a little movement side to side, moving your head, shoulders, spine, hips, or Sahaja Cat Cow. Full exploration, closing your eyes, no tension in your neck, undoing any tightness you find. Nice. And then coming back to the center now. Some of you will like to come into downward facing dog. If that's not right for you, taking your arms in front or your hands a little further forward rather, and then encourage the heart towards the floor. So coming into this kind of heart melting option. Heart melting or downward dog. But if downward dog is your pose of choice, it is also heart melting. So it's not just about the legs. You're encouraging the body through the arms, nice and strong, through the hands, hips up nice and high, no tension in the neck. And then from whichever shape you're in now, we're going to step the right foot forward between the hands. So helping it through if you need to. Lovely. Left knee comes down, right hand to the knee, the left hand on top of that hand. And as we inhale, we come up, exhaling, sitting nice and deep. So we want to keep the shoulders back. Sometimes we lean forward, so we want to just check in. Are we leaning back, opening the heart? Inhaling, coming up a little away from that edge. Exhaling, sitting nice and deep. Let's take our arms behind us, just even resting on the lower back if you can. Strong through that left leg. Nice, maybe looking up towards the sky. Lovely. And then releasing your hands to the earth. Tucking your toes, we're going to come round sideways on the mat. Turning your feet, bending your left knee, straightening your right leg. And then bending your right knee, straightening your left leg. Lovely. Coming round over your right foot. And let's step back either into downward dog or onto your hands and knees into that Anahata heart melting shape. Your choice. Let your head move, maybe bending one knee, straightening the other leg, finding that nice sweet movement. Being curious, being kind, being patient. And then as we inhale, let's step that left foot forward between the hands. Right knee comes down. Hands come onto the left knee. And then as we inhale, we come up a little bit. And then exhale, sit nice and deep. Inhaling, we come up a little bit, just away from that edge. And then exhale, we explore. Let's take our arms behind us, maybe even just resting those arms on the lower back. Some of you might like to interlink your fingers, have that extra little squeeze. Everything is possible. Nice. And then releasing your hands to the earth, tucking your toes at the back, coming round to the right, and then bending your right knee, straightening your left leg. Like a tiger. Nice. Bending your left knee, straightening your right leg. Keeping the heels down. And then we come round over the left foot, stepping that left foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels. Now, I'd just like to point out that at any time during your practice, child's pose is always there. So child's pose, for those of you that don't know, you untuck your toes and you take your arms beside you. So whenever you need child's pose, please take child's pose. As we inhale, we're going to round into our backs, come forward, hips come down, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhaling, pressing back, downward facing dog. And then slowly now, walking your feet up the mat, taking your feet behind your hands as you hang down over your legs so the knees are soft. Let your head be nice and heavy, your arms are relaxed. A little movement, a little sway from side to side. Nice space being created between each and every vertebra. Lovely. And then as we release our hands to the earth, let's roll up one vertebra at a time. Arms are nice and heavy, head is nice and heavy. Slowly, slowly, slowly making your way up. And then rounding your shoulders back and down, stepping to the very top of your mat, big toes touching, spreading your toes nice and wide, coming into mountain pose, standing nice and tall, feeling grounded through the soles of your feet, strong through the legs. There's this lovely inner strength that we tap into. And when we feel that strength in our legs, that action holding us here, creating that steadiness, we just try and soften a little bit. So it's not all so switched on. Mountain pose. Ready now to move through our sun salutation practice. Moving with the breath. As we inhale, we reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhaling, folding over, hands to the earth, chin to the chest. Inhaling, right foot back, knee comes down, left hand to your knee. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. Taking your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, left foot back. Plank pose. Fingers nice and wide, arms nice and strong, body nice and light. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. Rounding into your back, slowly making your way forward. Hips come down, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhaling, pressing back, downward facing dog. Inhaling, right foot forward between the hands. Left knee comes down, right hand to your knee, left arm reaches up towards the sky. Taking your hands to the earth, hips come back towards the heels, toes come in towards the nose, a little pull in towards the belly. And then bending that front knee, stepping the left foot forward, folding over your legs. Inhaling, rising, nice flat back, coming all the way up. Exhaling, folding over, hands to the earth, chin to the chest. Inhaling, left foot back, knee comes down, rising, both arms reaching up towards the sky. Taking your arms behind you, interlinking your fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening through the front of the body. And then releasing your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, right foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. So that nice action through the arms. Toes are tucked. Rounding into your back, slowly making your way forward, hips come down, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhaling, pressing back. Downward facing dog. Inhaling, left foot forward between the hands. Right knee comes down, rising up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Taking your arms behind you, interlinking your fingers, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And releasing your hands to the earth. Tucking your toes at the back, stepping the right foot forward, folding over your legs. Inhaling, rising, coming all the way up. Exhaling, hands come down through the center of the body. Let's take our feet hip width apart. Right hand onto your hip, left arm reaches up and over. So nice side stretch. And then as you inhale, you come up. Left hand onto your hip, right arm reaches up and over. Nice. Inhaling, coming back. Nice. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, folding over. Hands to the earth, chin to the chest. Inhaling, right foot back. Straight and strong right leg now. That's it. We're going to come up into a high lunge. So as we inhale, we lift the hands, lift the body, lift the arms up towards the sky, but strong right leg. Right hand comes down, left arm reaches up towards the sky into a twist. Nice. Left hand comes down, stepping the left foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels. Rounding into our back, hips come forward, chest lifts, chin lifts. Lowering down to the earth now, so elbows bend, come down to the earth. Coming into a little baby cobra, so no hands. We're trying to glue the tops of the feet down, squeeze the body, the whole of the body, squeezing, 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 and release. Nice. Hands are underneath the shoulders, tucking your toes, making your way back into downward facing dog. Inhaling, stepping the right foot forward between the hands, helping it forward if you need to. Left heel comes down this time. Inhaling, we come up, warrior two. So we're bending that right knee. Inhaling a little lift, exhaling, sitting nice and deep. Inhaling a little lift, exhaling, sitting nice and deep. Nice and interesting, taking your right elbow to your thigh, left arm up and over by your ear. Inhaling, we come back up, warrior two. Taking your hands to the earth. Turn that left heel up towards the sky. Stepping the left foot forward, folding over your legs. Inhaling, rising, coming all the way up. Exhaling, folding over, hands to the earth, chin to the chest. Inhaling, left foot back. We come up into our high lunge this time, this side. So it's really spacious, open, strong, stable. We have to be here, we have to be present. And then taking your left hand to the earth, right arm reaches up towards the sky into a twist. Lovely massage for the back of the heart. Nice. Right hand comes down, stepping the right foot back. Plank pose. Again, finding the buoyancy, the lightness here. Even though there's lots of strength, we're looking for lightness as well. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels. Tidal pull. Rounding into your back. Hips come forward, chest lifts, chin lifts, strong through the arms. And then bending your elbows, coming down to the earth. Coming into Shavasana now, lifting the legs, lifting the arms again, squeezing. We're creating lots of strength in the back of the body. And release. Hands come underneath the shoulders, tucking your toes, pressing back. So making your way into either downward dog or that that variation with the knees on the floor. Nice. As you inhale, stepping the left foot forward between the hands. Right heel comes down. Inhaling, coming up, warrior two. As we inhale, a little lift. Exhale, sit nice and deep. So it's just how curious, how does it feel? Strengthen your legs, that right leg quite active. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling. So the knee doesn't come past the ankle. Left elbow comes down onto your thigh. Right arm reaches up over your head. And that length through the right side of the body from the fingertips down into that right foot. And then as we inhale, we come back up. We sit into warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Taking our hands to the earth. And we turn that right heel up towards the sky. This time let the right knee come down. And come into our Ardha Hanuman over that left leg. Toes in towards the nose. Chin in towards the chest. A little buoyancy. Not too much. Loving, loving, loving. And then bending that front knee. Stepping the right foot forward. Folding over your legs. Chin in towards the chest. Inhaling, rising, coming all the way up. Exhaling, hands come down through the center of the body. We mark the end of our second round. Let's take our feet nice and wide. Right hand now can either come onto your hip or in front of your hips. Reaching up and over. So again, exploring how that feels. As we inhale, we come back up. Exhaling, coming the other side. So again, you can have the support on your hip or the hand in front, reaching that arm up and over the top. Inhaling, we come back up. Lovely. Step the feet together now. I'm going to do it this way. As we inhale, we're going to bend the knees, lift the arms, coming into chair pose. So we have our knees together, big toes touching, reaching the arms. We're going to create a twist. So hands come down, create that twist, right elbow to the outside of your left knee, hands together, squeezing the hands, looking over your left elbow. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Feeling that through the right side of the body. And then as we inhale, we come back to the center. Fierce pose, reaching the arms. And then we come down, left elbow to the outside of the right knee, squeezing the hands together. Creates the twist, looking over your right elbow. Nice and strong in the legs. And then as we inhale, we come back to the center, lifting the arms. Exhaling, folding over your legs. Hands onto the earth. Chin in towards the chest. Inhaling, stepping the right foot back. Knee comes down, rising up, reaching up. And this time we're going to take our arms out to the side. Take the right arm underneath the left, spinning those arms, maybe taking hold of the top thumb. If that's not possible, you can have your arms together, forearms together that way. And then we inhale, we want to sit into the hips, lift the elbows, find a little lift up and back, looking up towards the sky, strong through the right leg. And then releasing your arms. Nice big movement of the arms out to the side. Taking your hands to the earth, tucking your toes, left foot back, plank pose. Nice, knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. Rounding into your back, slowly making your way forward, hips come down, chest lifts, chin lifts. Nice, now we're going to come onto our hands and knees again. So up, nice flat back, walk our hands in a little bit. Make sure your knees are nice and wide. And as we inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up and back behind us. So Just checking in now with your balance here. We want to now create that balance between the right hand and the left knee. So the left hand comes to the heart. A little pull in towards the belly. Some of you might coil in, take hold of the foot, and then press the foot into the hand, coming into our half bow pose. But you really need to look at a spot underneath your nose here. Keeps the focus, keeps the steadiness. And then releasing nice and slowly wherever it was you got to. Knee comes down, hand comes down. Left leg comes up and back behind, so we keep that knee bent. Nice. So it might be that you just are able to take your right hand to your heart. That's enough. Maybe one side is different to the other. That's fine. Maybe you come down onto your belly and do Cobra Pose or Shavasana. Pressing the foot into the hand, right shoulder coming back. Finding your strength, steadiness, breath. Drishti, one pointed focus. And then releasing, hand comes down. Nice. Walking your hands out, tucking your toes, pressing back. Downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Strong for the back. Nice, but relax through the neck. As we inhale, let's take that right foot forward between the hands. Left heel comes down. Inhaling, coming back up. Warrior 2. We arrive. Left hand comes down the back leg, right arm reaches up and over. Nice. We're going to straighten the right leg coming into triangle pose. So right hand, we want to really keep the body in this same plane. It's not pitching forward. So the right hand comes down, left arm reaches up, maybe up towards the sky, maybe up and over by your ear. Breathing. Let's take 3 breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. One more. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Inhaling, coming back up. Warrior 2, sitting nice and deep. Taking your hands to the earth. Left knee comes down. Hips come back towards the heels. Toes come in towards the nose. A little fold over that right leg. And then we're going to bend that front knee. Tuck our toes. We're actually going to come round to the left. Sideways on our mat. Both legs nice and straight. Hands onto the ankles and folding over the legs. So taking 3 breaths here. As you inhale, you might come up a little bit. Exhaling, folding over. Inhaling, you might come up a little bit again. Exhaling, folding over. Nice. One more inhale, little lift. Away from the edge, and then exhale, folding over. Nice. Inhaling, hands come underneath your shoulders now. Nice flat back coming up. Coming round over your right foot. Stepping your left foot forward, folding over your legs. Inhaling, rising, coming all the way up. And we're going to come into our chair pose again. So hands come down through the center. We bend the knees. Nice. Coming into our chair pose with the twist. This time a little different. We're going to take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Right hand comes to the heart and the left arm reaches up towards the sky. Inhaling, we come back to the center. And then exhaling, left elbow. Right arm reaches up towards the sky. The wings of our body stretching out. Nice. Inhaling, coming back to the center, lifting the arms, reaching up, and then exhaling, folding over your legs, chin in towards the chest. Inhaling, stepping your left foot back. Knee comes down, rising up, reaching up, taking your arms out to the side, and then left arm comes underneath the right this time. But again, if that's not right for your shoulders, forearms together. Maybe we take hold of that top thumb. We're going to inhale, let the hips come down, open through the front of the body, lean back, look up towards the sky. Breathe. Find the strength in that left leg. And then slowly release, unraveling your arms. Nice big movement of the arms out to the side. Taking your hands to the earth. Tucking your toes, right foot back, plank pose. Knees come down, hips come back towards the heels, tidal pull. Rounding into your back, slowly making your way forward. Hips come down, chest lifts, chin lifts. Exhaling, coming down onto your belly. So for some of you, bow pose, where you bend your knees, take hold of your feet. For others, it might be that you stay with Cobra Pose. Nice. So you choose. Just take 3 breaths. You might also like to explore Shavasana. And then slowly release wherever you were. Come down. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Tucking your toes, pressing back. Downward facing dog. Hips up nice and high. Taking your time to move now from one shape to another. I'm going to move around. And then as we inhale now, we're going to step the left foot forward between the hands. Right heel comes down, strong through the legs. We come all the way up, warrior 2 for a moment. Right hand comes down the back leg, left arm reaches up and over. Nice. Coming into our triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana, left leg straightens. Make sure that you're not coming forward with the body. You want to keep the body in this lovely line. Right arm reaches up, maybe looking up towards your thumb. Strong through the soles of the feet. 3 breaths here. Nice. And then as we inhale, we come back up nice and slowly. Bending the front knee, sitting nice and deep. Taking our hands to the earth. Right knee comes down. Hips come back towards the heels, our tidal pull. And then we're going to come forward. We're going to come round to the right again. One more time. Come round to the right, sideways on your mat. That's it. Folding over your legs. Maybe taking your arms back behind you. Interlinking your fingers. Strong through the feet. Strong through the legs. Maybe holding onto your ankles. You don't have to take your arms up and back. 3 breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale. And exhale. One more deep breath in. And exhaling. Lovely. Releasing your hands now underneath Your shoulders coming up with a nice flat back, taking your time, coming round over that left foot, stepping the right foot forward, folding over your legs, chin in towards your chest, inhaling, nice flat back, coming all the way up, exhaling, hands come down through the center of the body. Lovely. So coming now to sit on your mat with your legs out in front of you and coming into staff pose, where we have our hands beside our hips and we're sitting quite tall. That's it. There is going to be a sense of effort here. We want to sit nice and tall. Notice what muscles start getting involved, what are needed to allow us to sit in this nice L shape. Noticing how your breath feels, noticing how your energy feels, maybe noticing your temperature. And let's draw the right knee in towards the chest now. Take the knee out to the side and fold over the left leg. That's it. So again, remember, you don't need to have your hands around your left foot. They can be on the floor, on your leg. We don't need to be extra pulling. There's enough that happens without making it too much for the body. Give yourself that time, patience, freedom. Lovely. And then as we inhale, nice and slowly making your way back up, drawing the right knee in, straightening the right leg. Left knee comes in, out to the side, and folding over your right leg. So lovely, few breaths here. Noticing maybe one side feels different to the other. Sometimes when we have injuries, in fact, it's nicer if you can not try and push through. Just kind of be aware, be conscious, and maybe back up a little bit when you discover something that is like a niggling old injury. Nice. And then as you inhale, nice and slowly making your way back up, drawing the left knee in, straightening the left leg, lifting the arms, reaching up, exhaling, folding over, Paschimottanasana. So hands, again, they can be beside you. We don't need to prove anything to anybody. We're doing our best. Feels good somewhere. We want this just to feel so good in the body. Nice. And then as we inhale, nice and slowly, we come back up. Nice. And we're going to come down onto our back. Not quite Shavasana yet, but nearly. Come down onto your back. Feet are going to be on the floor, the knees up towards the sky, and then coming into bridge pose. So I want you to press down through the feet, lift the hips, and then also lifting your arms up and back behind you. Exhaling, slowly lower the arms back down. The hips come down, the spine comes down. Now as you inhale, you're going to press down through the feet, lift the hips, keep the arms underneath you now this time. So a little scooch up onto the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together, interlinking your fingers, pressing down through the feet, opening up through the front of the body. And exhaling slowly, slowly making your way back down, taking your time. Nice. So if anybody that's on the practice today would like to do upward facing bow. Your hands would come beside your ears. You come up onto the crown of your head and then you straighten your arms. Otherwise, everybody else, one more time, coming into bridge pose. So a little scooch up onto your shoulders, interlinking your fingers, pressing down through the feet. Allow the thighs to kind of roll in towards one another. And then slowly making your way back down. Nice. And broaden the shoulders out from underneath you. And let's bring our knees in towards our chest, giving our knees a nice big hug. Now for our next twist, we're going to take the feet back down to the earth and a little scooch of just the hips over to the right. So the feet stay where they are, the shoulders stay where they are, the hips literally just come to the right and back down. Knees come in towards your chest and then coming over to the left, both knees, left hand on top of the knees, right arm reaches away, coming into a nice twist. 3 breaths here. And then as you inhale, nice and slowly making your way back up. Feet come onto the floor. First of all, straighten everything up again. So hips, spine, shoulders, neck. And then we bring the hips a little over to the left. Knees come in and then over to the right. Right hand on top of your knees, left arm reaches away. Closing your eyes. Really feeling how the breath feels moving through your body. Lovely, and then when you're ready, as you inhale, coming back to the center, both feet come onto the floor, straighten everything up. And one more time, we're going to come into happy baby pose. So knees nice and wide, arms to the inside, hands to the outside of our feet. A little rock, a little sway. Just noticing if it feels any different to how it felt at the very beginning of the class. Encouraging the lower back towards the earth, encouraging the chin in towards the chest. Remember that still is there, that still has to come. Effort and ease, effort and ease. A little playfulness. Nice. And then releasing your feet to the earth. And now we're going to come into Shavasana. So if you need to put socks on, put blankets over the top, take your legs nice and wide, take your arms out to the side, palms facing up, and we'll do a little squeeze. So we're going to lift the right leg off the floor an inch, squeeze the right leg, so flexing that right foot, pointing the toes and then dropping the right leg. Left leg lifts, squeeze the left leg, squeeze, 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 point the toes, and then drop the left leg. Squeezing your hips, so we want to lift the hips off the floor, squeeze the glutes, nice and tight, squeeze, and release. Fingers come in towards your hands, arms lift off the floor an inch, squeezing the arms nice and tight, squeeze, 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 stretch the fingers nice and wide, stretching, 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 and release, dropping. A little lift of your chest now as we squeeze the shoulder blades underneath us, and release. Drawing your shoulders up towards your ears, your neck disappears, and release. Pressing your shoulders away from your ears, nice and long for your neck, and release. Squeezing your face nice and tight in towards your nose, squeeze, 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 and release. Stretching your face nice and wide, sticking out your tongue, stretching, stretching, stretching. And release. Slowly turning your head to the right. Coming back to the center, turning your head to the left. Nice. Coming back to the center, now dropping down into Shavasana. Letting go. Allowing yourself to be held by the earth. As you breathe all the way down into your toes, allowing your toes and your feet and your ankles to relax completely, softening, letting go. Inhaling into your legs. And as you exhale, allow your legs to relax completely, softening, letting go. The earth is there, holding you, embracing you. Inhaling into your hips. And as you exhale, allow your hips to melt into the earth, softening. Inhaling into your spine, a lovely nourishing breath traveling along your spine. And then as you exhale, allow your spine to relax completely. Feel that relaxation spread around into your ribcage. Inhaling down into your fingertips. And as you exhale, allow your fingers, your hands, and your wrists to relax completely. Inhaling into your arms. And as you exhale, allow your arms to relax, to soften, to let go. Inhaling into your shoulders. As you exhale, allow your shoulders to melt into the earth, softening. Inhaling into your throat, your neck, your jaw. As you exhale, allow your throat, your neck and your jaw to soften, to relax. Inhaling into your face, the inside of your face, your eyes. And as you exhale, allow your face and your eyes to relax completely. Inhaling into your forehead, the crown of your head. As you exhale, allow this lovely wave of relaxation to pour back down through your body, nourishing every cell in your body. Every cell in your body being replenished with vitality, with love, with so much compassion, being bathed in this bliss body of love and compassion. Lovely. Now, so beginning to take a nice deep breath into your body. As you slowly start to move your fingers and your toes, and your ankles and your wrists. And then when you're ready, drawing your legs together, lifting your arms up over your head, giving yourself a nice stretch. Drawing your knees in towards your chest, giving your knees a nice big hug. And a little rock from side to side. And slowly coming over onto your right side, curled into a ball. Pressing into the earth with your left hand to come up to sit in a nice comfortable cross-leg position. Resting your hands on your knees. Sitting nice and tall for a few moments as we check in with our energy, our body, our breath, and really the space that we may have created. Taking your time to notice. And I wanted to share a verse with you from the Radiant Sutras. Attend to the skin as a subtle boundary containing vastness. Enter that pulsing immensity. Discover that you are not separate from anything there. There is no inside, there is no outside, there is no other. We enter the bowl of vastness that is the heart. Listen to the song that is always resonating and give yourself to it with total abandon. You who are the embodiment of blessing, be saturated with knowing that I belong here. I am at home. We'll close our practice with sharing our 3 Oms. So taking a nice deep breath in. Drawing your hands in front of your heart as you bow in gratitude, in thanks to your body, to your breath, to your mind, your hearts for serving you so well, doing such an amazing job. And many, many thanks for coming to practice today. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace to each and every one of you and beyond, to your loved ones and beyond into the world. Namaste. Namaste, everybody.